selfie expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olbert, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and this is
Tango, also known as Sriram. We just witnessed the second game of today's first semi-final, and that was a grueling contest as well. Team number 6 emerging as the winners, and that was a really good contest as well. So that is actually leaving us to this question right now: who are going to be the leaders of the standings after the end of game 2? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
This is actually just for match 2. This is actually for just match 2. Match 2's winners were Chief, and the second place Annihilators, third place Squad 99. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, as of now, the total amount of points being tallied, the leaders are going to be Squad 99 with around 8,000 points. And you know what? Squad 99 did not get a chicken dinner in the last game. And they did not get a chicken dinner in this game. And that just shows you that you don't really have to get chicken dinner to be standing on top all the time, because you see it right here.
Are coming out there, just like how we said in the previous game as well. The number of kills you are going to get, your team is going to get, is going to do a lot of favors for you, because that's actually going to get you a lot of points. You know, each kill is going to get you about 20 points, so that you could do the math for yourself. So that is going to do a lot of help when you are going to go into a BO3 game, just like how you are looking at. Because it's not really necessary that you need to get the chicken dinner if you want to be on the top of the standings. You can also get, you know, the second or third place, or even come in 6th or 7th.
Squad 99 is exactly the example for that, because they played that extremely well. They did not get chicken dinner. They did not get chicken dinner in the first game, but they stand on top with 1070 points. So, you know, that just shows you that you don't really have to play to win. You just have to play to enjoy the game. And if you played good enough, you are going to be the victor, and you might just be able to qualify for the next round. And we are going to be getting into game number 3 pretty soon. And
while we are actually going to look at the phones as well, the Oppo F9 Pros, because we have been teasing them for a while, because we've also been telling you that we are going to give you one of these phones in about after the third game. So without wasting further time, all you have to do is just go like, subscribe, share, just, you know, tag your friends to it, just share it on your friend's profile or do anything like that. And apart from that, all you have to do, the main thing is just go down to the comment section, type !PUBG Mobile all in caps for you to get a chance to win one of these phones. Because not just 2, we have another phone as well throughout the stream. So we're going to give you about 3 phones throughout the entire duration of the stream. So all you have to do is right now just waste no more time, just get down to the comment section and start doing your job. Just keep spamming it.
And you know what? We will announce the winner of the first phone after game number 3 of this first best of 3 series. So don't really go anywhere. Just strap your seatbelts and grab yourself some popcorn, because we are going to be coming live with the lobby after a short commercial break.
Oppo selfie expert.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going to witness the lobby right now. All the players are connecting to see who is going to get the chicken dinner of the third game of the first semi-final.
And you know what though?
BO3.
And you know what though? It does not matter if they are going to be getting the chicken dinner in this game.
Exactly.
Because the player who are going to be getting the most amount of points getting tallied up for these 3 games together are actually going to be the ones who are going to be qualifying. So the top 5 teams with the most amount of points are going to be qualifying. And as we talked about before, Squad 99 didn't really get chicken dinner in game 1 or game 2, but they stand on top of the leaderboard. They stand on top until now. And let's see if game number 3 is going to be getting them that first place or something, because they are going to be the closest to qualifying.
I mean, yes, right now, if you were actually looking at the leaderboard, it was pretty much even, just about, you know, 100 or 150 points between all of the 5 teams. So that's actually going to explain to you how close this game is. So game number 3 is going to get really intense, because we really don't know who is going to come on the top. Even if you are going to get the chicken dinner, you wouldn't know. Probably if you're just going to get 1 or 2 kills, that's not really going to help you, because if there is a team which is going to come out third and getting about 10 or 15 kills, you would never know whether they are going to take your spot away from qualifying.
And you know what? The thing we have to be careful of is the fact that people need to make sure that whenever there is going to be a fight scenario coming in between them, they have to be brave enough and they have to be smart enough to take that fight without losing too many players. And you know what? Even if you lose a lot of players, and if you feel like you don't really have a chance at getting that chicken dinner, that decisive chicken dinner, just go for more kills, because then you would at least get these points, which is gonna make sure that your standings in the leaderboards are actually gonna be at a good place. And that is just one advice from me to you guys, just a penny for thought. But just keep in mind as you guys are going to be playing that. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have your friends playing in this game right now, this decisive game number 3 of the first semi-finals, go ahead and send your power, like how you know, people in Dragon Ball Z did to Goku with the Spirit Bomb. So go ahead and send your energy to all these people. So let's actually see how they're going to be doing that. And
I mean, not just that, you can also, you know, lay down in the comment section if you feel your friends are going to win it. You know, they must be having a team name. Just spam it out and just say they are going to get the chicken dinner, or they will be qualifying. Because even we are, you know, quite eager to know who are going to be the top 5 teams which are going to make it to the grand final.
Who are your favorites in particular? Because you guys, you might know these guys personally, and you might think that they are going to be the ones, you know, having a better place in this in this championship. And do let us know, because we need to know who are these favorites so we can keep an eye on them, and we'll actually know if what you guys are saying, what you guys saying is, you know, true or just complete or lies or something. Because yeah, that is going to be a factoring thing, and we are going to be getting into game number 3 pretty soon. And meanwhile, go ahead and just participate in the giveaway, because after this game we are going to be announcing the first winner of the Oppo F9 Pro. So just go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, and share this video, and comment down below exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, exclamation mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. And
because that one comment is actually going to get you this Oppo F9 Pro, which is going to come with this 6.3 inch, which is going to give you a seamless experience of playing PUBG Mobile, and also the 3.5k mAh battery, which is going to last for a long time, I would say.
It is certainly going to last for a long time. And you know what, with a large battery like that, I can play for hours, and I can certainly get a lot of chicken dinners, and if I can, so can you. So we are going to be getting into the game number 3 in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Strap your seatbelts on, grab yourself some popcorn, and we are going to be coming back with the live game after a short commercial break.
Oppo Selfie Expert. Selfie Expert.
Hey guys, we welcome you back to this third game of the best of 3 semi-final 1 of the Oppo F9 Pro PUBG Mobile Campus Championship 2018. We'll actually be with the game feed in about some more time. As we are looking at the lobby, we actually look at the teams right now. NSD winning the chicken dinner in their first game, and it didn't really work out pretty well for them in the second game. And how do you think what will be the redemption at the moment? Because this is going to be the do or die game, and this is going to be the game which is going to send about 5 teams straight into the grand final with a whopping prize pool of 50 lakhs in this tournament.
Well, as you said, Team NSD is certainly a team to look out for. So is Team Fear, because we did manage to see them perform really well. They actually managed to come second in the last game, game number 2 actually.
Oh, I mean, yes.
And they played it extremely well, and especially the guy Fuckboy actually, because the Battle of the Bridge, as you said, was amazing. He performed it really well, and even at the last stages of the game, he just went Rambo, and especially that one fight where he just soloed a full squad by throwing those smokes and those grenades, and with the help of Dexter.
That was amazing.
Orgasmic.
That was amazing. I mean, he just went on. He almost got that, right? Like
he did get that. He did. It was a fight where Fuckboy was actually getting backed up by Dexter.
Oh yeah, okay. I got that. Where it was against Broccoli Soup, if I'm
Broccoli Soup.
Exactly. Yeah. That was spectacular.
Don't bring a vegetable to a chicken dinner, man. Come on. That is my statement to Broccoli Soup right there. As you know, he did go down pretty badly, because even though his usage of the utility was pretty good, he did put down the smoke to revive his teammates, but Fuckboy was just a little bit better. He threw the grenades at the right moment, and he knew exactly where to peek. He knew that Dexter would be backing him up, and his plays were so subtle and so well cohesive with his teammate that it just worked.
Exactly, that was exactly what happened, because we actually saw him knocking out 2 people while while the revive was being made by Broccoli Soup. We saw him putting out one of the nades, and when he actually was able to revive his teammate, the next second the nade popped, and we actually saw 2 people getting knocked out again. And that is when his teammate Dexter put on a beautiful flank, and he was putting out a smoke or 2, which was actually causing a lot of distraction to Broccoli Soup, team number 14 in that game, I would say, and that was allowing him to go and get those all 3 kills. So that was a beautiful and amazing play coming out there just from 2 people in that team. So that is something which I would say was one of the good plays coming out there from the previous game. And I guess for the people who were not able to participate in this, I think there is one thing you can actually participate in at the moment, and that is going to be the Oppo F9 Pro giveaway, which we will be announcing the winner right after this game. So if you actually want to participate in that, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just like, subscribe, and probably tag your friends along with it, or probably share it to your friends or something like that. And the most important thing in that is to just get down to the comment section, type !PUBG Mobile all in caps for you to get a chance to win one of these 3 beautiful phones, which we will be giving away throughout today's stream.
And you know what? A huge shout out to all of you beautiful viewers, and a huge shout out to Oppo for sponsoring us and giving us these phones. And without any delay, this time for sure, we are going to be coming back to you guys with game number 3 after a short commercial break. So don't go anywhere.
Oppo Selfie Expert.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here live with the game feed coming out there from the third game of the BO3 semi-final 1 of the Oppo F9 Pro PUBG Mobile Campus Championship 2018.
And you know what? The team to look out for as of now is Squad 99, who are going to be sitting at the top of the leaderboard. So if any of these teams are going to be gunning for that position, maybe if you can identify these people by their skins which they're wearing, you can probably stalk them out and eliminate them early on in the game. That is one strategy. Or you can just focus on yourself and make sure that you get really far into the game, and you will be able to make sure that you survive and you probably qualify. And we are going to be looking at the plains path right here, and okay, this is a really different path as the last two paths which we have seen. It is going to be starting from the military base, and it's probably going to end over at Georgiapol or even at Zarki. So this is going to be...
Why do you want to have a burnout finish again? This is actually going to trigger me, man.
I mean, the burnout finish is it's way too common. It's like one of those t-shirts which you get as the first drop in your game of PUBG Mobile in those crates. So this is kind of weird, this is kind of annoying, but the Royale Pass does not just end with this weird looking skin. You can get a lot of good skins also, and if you have watched our streams regularly, you would have actually seen a guy with a goddamn panda costume. So that was a really good element coming in from Tencent right there.
I mean, not just that, we have a lot of skins as well, not just the panda ones. We also have those car skins, the police car skins, and all those helmets and all, which are
the football player.
Exactly, the rugby and all that. That's actually a really good initiative coming out there from the developers, adding this fun element into this game, which is more about kills and all of that. And that's actually fun to watch, I would say. And for the people who are having the Royale Pass, you just have about 1 more month for the season to end. So if you have anything to do if you actually want to collect all those skins, just do it right away.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you had real fun shooting a guy who's going to be running across the horizon with just one shot of a Car 98K, just imagine shooting a guy with a panda costume at the same rate.
Animal violence.
I don't condone animal violence, but that is still a funny thing, man. And we are going to be getting into the game right now, and we have seen a lot of teams actually landing in the southern continent. This is not something we have seen before, because previously it used to just be like a maximum of 4 teams, and this time we have a lot of teams, and especially we are going to be looking at team number 18 versus team number 20 in military base, and they are going to be in this U-shaped building complexes. So this is going to be a really hard situation, because we are going to be looking at one of their players is going to be armed with nothing but a shotgun from team number
18. That was actually team number 18 who had the shotgun. While we are looking at team number 20 and 18, there is going to be a fight which is going to be inevitable, and we are looking at team number 18's Mr. Wadwa trying to tag out one person from team number 20. He's actually managed to do a lot of damage to Octar from team number 20, but looks though as if he has been taking a lot of damage, while DX Nishant from team number 20 is going to tag him out. While we also saw about team number 22 just chilling out on the other side of the military base.
And the cowboy hat which team number 18's Wadwa actually wears just gives him that extra 10% accuracy coming in, because we all know that cowboys just they're the best sharpshooters in the West, and even though this is the southern continent, it might work. Doesn't
that only work with pistols and revolvers? I didn't know that works with rifles.
Hey man, have you seen cowboy movies? As I'm talking about cowboys, we're actually going to be looking at Blaster from team number 18, just getting that kill, finishing off a guy from team number 20 right there. So that is going to be the first player going down in military base, as we are going to be looking at one of team number 20's players. He is going to be making his way on top of this, and meanwhile we are going to be looking at Blaster actually getting knocked down, but his teammate is actually going to come there and get that revenge. And that is going to be one player from team number 20 actually getting knocked down, and team number 18, he's trying to go for the kill, and he is just waddling about around this compound, and he is going to be living as team number 20 is going to be going down, as team number 18 just somehow barely managed to scrape by.
I mean, that was really close. For a moment I really thought team number 18 lost it, because the way the other person whom we just spectated, the way he was spraying his bullets, that pretty much looked like they totally lost the fight. But that was pretty good coming out there from his teammate, who just went on, he was like, screw this guy, I'm just going to go in front and I'm going to do it by myself. And that's what he did, and that's how team number 20 were they were just biting the dust in that, and that was the end of team number 20, being the first team to get eliminated in this in the third game of this BO3 semi-final. As we are going to look at team number 19, we see one person from team number 19 getting knocked out. Actually, two of them, while they are getting revived at the moment, and that was a close shave coming out there from team number 19, as they were going for a fight with team number 11. Even though they were able to wipe out one team out there in Pochinki, that is going to leave us just with two teams in Pochinki, team number 19 as well as team number 11, as we are going to see a fight between both these teams anytime soon, even though they are just 3 buildings apart from each other.
And this is going to be a tough situation, because these people, they will have to make the best use of their grenades, because we have seen a lot of these city fights and no grenades actually getting thrown, and that deeply saddens me. Not deeply saddens me, but yeah, deeply saddens me that the most efficient way of getting kills is through grenades and molotovs in these closed spaces, and it just saddens me that a lot of these teams don't really do that. And
since we are in Pochinki, it's not just about the nades, it's about the buildings as well, because we have seen a lot of people just jumping around doing parkour stuff and getting all those kills. We had seen that in our previous streams as well, and if people do have the knowledge about where and what kind of things you can do with those buildings, probably they will be having an advantage of Pochinki, because it's all about the closed space in Pochinki, except for this one road which is just cutting right inside the city.
And shooter games usually demand a good amount of map presence, but PUBG is not just any shooter game. The scale of the map is so huge that you can't really remember every single structure in this game that easily, unless you played it for that many hours. And meanwhile, we are going to be looking at team number 22 versus team number 18 back in military base, and we are going to be looking at two people from team number 18 are actually going to be really low. One player is actually going to try to fall down, while another player who is going to be knocked down in the same room is going to be finished off right now. And we are going to be looking at team number 22's Fuckboy. Oh, he gets one more kill. Tries to go for one more, and he gets that. And that is going to be the AK working magic, and Fuckboy just messing up team number 18.
That was really good coming out there from Fogboy. He literally, he was the player.
I know what you were about to say.
I couldn't say that, but that's fine.
I knew what you were about.
The viewers got the point what I was about to say.
Blame him for having the weird name. And we are going to be looking at Fuckboy and his friends. They are going to be getting the complete advantage over at military base, and we are going to be swapping back into Pochinki.
While Chaido is going to get taken down by team number 19's Beast, that is going to leave team number 11 with an advantage at the moment, as team number 19 are with 3 people, while it's just going to be one person alive for team number 11. So it's all the thing is resting right on his shoulder. All the hopes of his team getting into the top 5, that is going to rest right onto his shoulder. He's just going to play it safe. If he's going to go and try to revive his teammate, he will be ambushed by people from team number 19, because there are a couple of guys who are waiting right outside the person who got knocked out. So I guess Aditya is probably trying to play it really safe, because he knows that this is going to be really tough if he's going to go for the revive. And I guess he is going to go for the revive, because he's making his way across buildings, I would say.
Well, he needs to go for the revive at least now, because his friend is going to be going down pretty soon. But it seems as though
there are a couple of guys inside the building. He's spotting one, but I don't think he is aiming it really well, and that is going to be the end of team number 11. They are going to just go down short. That was a good opportunity for him to take down 2 people, because he had an advantage while peeking on the third person perspective. But that really did not work out well. Probably, like I always say, anything above 6 inches is good, and that is what I am telling you about.
Yeah,
the Oppo F9 Pro. Probably he could have played in that or something.
Yeah,
like
he would have probably played in those, really small 5-inch phones or something, because that really seemed like a half-hazard movement coming in. He could not really rotate his crosshair around fast enough, and that eventually led to him dying, because if he did manage to have that little bit of a movement, he might have just gotten those 2 kills and completely reversed that situation, as we are going to be looking at the zone just right smack down in the middle of the map. So the southern continent is not going to be in it, and meanwhile in Georgia Pole, oh my god, we're going to be looking at a big again coming in with that SKS. Okay,
but it's good. Gonna be Maninder who's going to spot out Fierce, one player who is right on top of the crane. I think he's got a really good advantage. He's got an SKS as well as an S12K. That's really confusing to say them both in the same time. But then he is going to get tagged out there by team number 15's player at the moment, as we are going to see a fight materialize between both these people. But it's going to be Zeus who's going to fall down first. He is going to get knocked out by one of team number 13's players, leaving them in a disadvantage. And it looks as if one more person from team number 13 at the moment, while the other person is right below, and this is really going to leave team number 15 in a fix, because they really can't go for the revive. Every chance of them being spotted out by team number 13's player. So I guess they probably will have to let those two people go down, because that is going to be really hard. The flash coming out there from Big again is not really going to is not really going to affect a lot of people at the moment, as team number 15 are in a really bad situation at the moment, as Zeus is just seconds away from biting the dust, and so is Brainax, as both of them are right on top of the crane, and none of them from team number 15 are going to go for the revive. And looks though as if Zeus has, and looks though as if one more person is going to go down, and that is going to leave Big again as the only person surviving from team number 15, because the revive, let's be honest, I don't think the revive is going to be made at the moment, because he is just about he spotted out Sangwan, and he is not going to go for the fight at the moment, as that is going to be the end of the third person from team number 15, which is going to leave Big again as the last person alive from the team, the M16 as well as the DP28. Let's actually see how it's going to work out, because I think it's beyond fighting at the moment for Team Fear, because they just need to go outside, try to prolong themselves, because let's be totally practical at the moment. I don't think he has a really good chance of getting it. We at a close place where we actually saw in the previous game, where we saw one person going on all out Rambo, taking out 3 knockouts, but he was quite unfortunate he couldn't take the 4th guy down, as that was.
And this is kind of weird, because the only way the Team Fear will be able to qualify forward is if Tango is out of patience, as he is trying to go for a kill onto Big again, and Big again actually spawns him out right now. And this is the advantage of the crane, because even though you are not going to be safe from people who are going to be below you, if people are going to be coming for you, that is going to be the advantage for you. But then again, Big again, he is going to getting killed right there, coming in from the M16 from Abhishek. So that is going to be Team BC getting the advantage, and that is going to be them getting the loot for Georgia Pole all for themselves. So you know what, Georgia Pole, even though you can stay here for a long time and go for those loots, I'm pretty sure that you have not cleaned it up yet, and since the zone is in their favor, they can still stay here for a little bit longer. Just make sure that they get the best loot as they are trying to be heading off forward into the next zone.
But just look at that, all the 3 of them have about level 3 backpacks and all of that, and that is actually going to give them a lot of advantage if they are going to go for the loots. And if you're looking at the loot as well, he's got an M24, Abhishek has an M24, so that's actually going to deal a lot of damage unless you are not a level 3 helmet. So that's more like how a Kar 98 is. And the drop has already been contested out here, as you just saw right now, as I think this is right near. I think we'll be able 24 to see. Has it, right?
We'll be able to see who has the loot eventually, and we are going to be looking at team number 24 right here. They seem to be on the run for their lives, as they are getting shot from team number 19. So this is going to be quite a little bit of a fight, and team number 24 are going to be making out of it alive, and they are going to be making sure that they camp this little area right here, making sure that they get as much loot as they can, because one of their players is pretty low, and I do believe they have healing, but they can use some more. And it seems as though this place has already been looted with the open doors and all, so they have to be careful.
It looks like that. It looks like it's already been looted, so there's no point of team number 24 going out there. But look at that, team number 19 making their way right where team number 24 are. So this is going to be really tricky out there. They just got down from their vehicle, and I think we are about to see a fight right now between team number 19 and 24. The Dacia coming out there, and Rishabh's got he's only got about a couple of kills. He's got a level 3 helm, level 3 backpack, as well as I wouldn't say a lot of healing, but that's quite sufficient to get into fights in such an early time into the game. So I think we are going to see broccoli soup, and I think he's going to redeem himself with his nade. And let's actually see if he can actually make it work like how it did not work out last time, as he is going to get tagged for a lot of damage by Beast Jar out there from team number 19. Let's actually see if he can make this work. The molly is going to get cooked at the moment, and broccoli soup is going to get fried at the moment with that molly. He is going to go down, and that is going to land team 19 in a beautiful broccoli. That's right, broccoli, like you just said. And that's going to be Ahluwalia who is going to get tagged as well. Let's actually see if
Fried potatoes.
Oh my god, he's going to go down as well.
He is certainly going to go down. Okay, maybe not. He is going to manage to survive the ticks of damage coming in from the Molotov. And Mr. Ahluwalia, he is not going to be fried, Mr. Ahluwalia. Right now, we are going to be looking at him just trying to heal up, even though broccoli soup... Yeah, that was a really sad way to go. But one player from team number 19 is pretty goddamn low, so they have to be careful. Mr. Ahluwalia, he is going to be healing up, and it seems as though a team of uninvited guests are going to be looking at team number 19, and this is going to be quite a situation as the VSS coming in from Luca from TNW will be able to spot out a lot of these players. He is just going to be firing and just making some noise, just trying to, I guess, flush them out of their building, I guess. And
we are going to see Rishabh going to take down a couple of guys over there. He's going to take down one more as well. That's going to be 2 people knocked out for team number 24. And let's actually see if he's going to go and deal that, death blow out there. But no, he's going to get taken down there. Team number 14 making sure that their presence are going to get felt out there between team number 24 and the other team. This is going really well for team number 14, even though they are not really into the fight. They're just making sure that team number 24 are aware that there is another team lurking right behind that, the small kind of hill out there. And that's going to be 3 people knocked out for team number 24, which
heal himself up and try to make his way towards his teammate. But it seems as though team number 14 are not going to be wasting any time. They are going to be moving towards this encampment, and we have to make sure that I Love A is going to go ahead and heal his teammates, and he does manage to get into the building. He will be able to heal at least one person, and the smokes are getting thrown, so this is going to provide them a little bit of cover. But the grenade coming in from X-Swag, let's see if that is going to be the Kobe, as we are going to be looking at the grenade. Not okay, that is going to be dealing a little bit of damage, and the guys who are already knocked out, they are possibly going to go down, and they are definitely going to go down. And we are going to be looking at one of team number 24's players. He is going to get spotted out by X-Swag right there. He is going to get knocked out, and he is going to get done for by the UMP, and that is going to be the end for team number 24.
No, just about 2 more people who just got revived are still there, so that's going to be really hard for them, as they don't have a lot of meds. All they have are bandages, and I think team number 24's Ahluwalia has just given Broccoli another first aid kit. So let's actually see if he can actually pull something back from this, because team number 14 are making their way, and that is going to be Broccoli Soup, who is going to get knocked out as soon as he got revived, and that I guess is going to be the end of team number 24. They wouldn't really that was a sad play coming out there from team number 24, and if I'm right, I think Broccoli got knocked down about 4 times, 3 times, I guess.
I mean, that was a sad play coming in from Broccoli. So even though they managed to wipe out a team for themselves, I'm pretty sure that they would have gotten enough points to actually be relevant in the leaderboard. But I don't think that them being cut short by team number 14 is gonna make sure that they're not gonna come really far ahead in this tournament. And meanwhile, we are going to be shifting our sights on to team number 21 versus team number 13. It seems as though team number 21 are going to be in a disadvantage, because the only thing which they have in cover, which is going to be standing between them and team number 13, is going to be this one little shack. And we are going to be looking at them. They do have the access to the Dacia, but they're not going to be making their, not the Dacia, the UAZ.
I beg your pardon. And it looks as if that is something they need to go on, because they are getting hit by the zone, and I think they want to take this fight so badly. I don't realize why, but
I guess the points do matter, man. The points are going to matter, and this is, tunnel visioning for that. But let's see if team number 21 are going to be advantageous in their ordeals, as we are going to be looking at Yorfin Dad. He's just going to be...
I guess it's going to be Abhishek's game at the moment, because one of their teammates is going to get knocked out at the moment, and the SKS coming out there from Abhishek. He's actually charging in towards team number 21, as team number 21 got to make that revive as soon as possible, because the zone is going to really hit them for a lot of damage. Even though this is going to be the second zone, they have a lot of time to just regroup themselves, put up a healing, and just go on for the boost, and just get inside the white zone, because that should be the first thing. That should be the priority at the moment, because that's not really going to work out if they are not going to do that, because even though the zone has settled, that's going to deal some kind of a lot of damage, I would say, and all they are doing at the moment is just healing and healing and healing. So that's not really helping their case. That's not really helping them out. They're not even taking the fight, and we still see team number 13. I don't know, Abhishek is just searching for something right now, and as we are going to pan on to team number 7 and 5, they are going to take a fight at the moment in this 2-story building. We see 2 of team number 7's players right on top of the building, while team number 5's players are making their way inside. So this is going to be a fight we are going to remember, because we are going to see the people making their way right on top, and we are going to see the fight gonna happen anytime soon. We see SACR Suke22 making his way onto that stair as the nade is going to get cooked at the moment. So that is going to force team number 7 to go down. But no, we are going to see one person getting knocked down, and team number 7, Mr. Bean, is making his way. Oh, he's got a lot of people to stand, but that is not really working out his way, and that is going to be the end of Mr. Bean. As Gantia as well as one more person from team number 7 are still, they're quite safe. But no, he just stuck my mouth with that nade, landing right onto Gantia's face, and that's going to be one person knocked out of there. The smoke coming out there is not really going to help, but team number 7's ace, and let's actually see if it's going to work out right now, because team number 5 are at an advantage, even though a couple of guys got knocked out. But no, there is going to be one more person coming out there, and he's taking a lot of time. SACR took a lot of time to try to take that person out, and that eventually cost him one teammate at that fight, and that is not something that really worked out in his favor. And all of a sudden, we look at team number 5 who are at a disadvantage, and we see new people in team number 16 who have made it into this fight, making this into a triple threat, and we are going to see team number 5 making their way outside. The last person surviving from team number 5 just taking that UAZ and just getting the hell out of that, and that is now leaving team number 16. That's going to leave them against team number 7. The 2 people who are still on top of that building are still out there. They're not even moving a muscle at that moment.
I don't think team number 16 knows that team number 7 is inside of that building. We are going to be looking at the Molotov coming in, just maybe a precautionary Molotov or something, but they did manage to wipe out one team in this area. Maybe they're overconfident and think that they are going to be left alone, but it seems as though team number 16 are not going to be taking any chances. They are going to try to go towards that first floor, and it seems as though the grenades getting thrown are going to be dealing a little bit of damage. The bandage is getting applied by Ace right here. It's not going to matter a lot.
Look at that. Robot was able to spot Gandia at that moment, and he has given his team a... that's actually really good information coming out there from Robot, because he clearly knows now that there is one guy who is right on top of that building. And look at that. We see team number 12 joining the party at the moment. It looks like it's actually... It's something like a gauntlet match where you actually see one person coming in, he's going to get eliminated, and we get another team coming in. That's what we are seeing at the moment, as we are going to see team number 16 just about seconds away from picking a fight with team number 7 as well as team number 12. So let's actually see how it's going to work out, because I think team number 7 are at a disadvantage. Even though they have been holding their ground at the top of that building for a long time, I guess their patience will be wearing thin, and we may see team number 12 or 16 trying to break their fortress right on top of that building.
And we are going to be looking at team number 12 right here. They have to play this a little bit more carefully, because they are going to be having the advantage right now. They still have 4 people alive, and if this fight between team number 7 and team number 16 proves to be too costly, where team number 16 lose at least 1 or 2 players, then maybe team number 12 can actually go for the kill. But until then, they have to have the trigger patience to make sure that they are not getting baited by a lot of these kill potentials. As we are going to be looking at team number 16, they are contemplating life, as they are wondering whether they should go onto this floor or not. And we are going to be looking at Jarvis right here. He might just be able to spot out these people coming in from team number 12, and it looks as though King Sid right here, he is going to be able to spot out a player from team number 16, and looks like team number 16, one of their players is actually going to get knocked down by team number 7, and it looks like a bad situation. Team number 7 have to make sure that they play this safely, but
team number 7, that is the end of Gantia. Gantia just goes down to one of team number 16's player that was almost able to take down Priest out there, even though he was the only one who was making it right on top. That really did not work onto his favor, and now that is actually going to leave team number 12 and team number 16 pretty much even, because all of them have that is going to really help team number 12, because team number 16 needs some time to regroup, because some of them are not high on their health, and that is going to be Yomo 16 getting knocked out as well. So that's a trade coming out there for both the teams, and let's actually see how it's going to work out, because Robot has a good angle and he can probably go for the kill at the moment. The molly is being cooked out there. He's going to take a lot of damage onto the knocked out guy, and let's actually see if he's going to revive, and I think that is not going to be the case, as Priest is going to go down. Why was the revive not being made there by Robot? That's something which only he's got to answer, because I don't think he has time for that as well, because team number 12 has one more person who is building, so that is going to leave it just about Robot and one more person in team number 12 who is right below. And I think team number 12's players are ganking up right on top of that building, and that's going to leave just about one person from team number 16 alive. Let's actually see if he can clutch it out right now. We have some person. Is he going to go and take that shot at the moment? Because I'm not really sure he should be going for it, because there are a lot of people who will be coming.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my god, what is going on? Why would he go for the jump? Oh, he's actually going for the jump. He's going back again from below, and he's going to spot one person out. Oh, he's going to get a lot of damage as well. Oh, that is sad day coming out there from Robot. He was actually able to spot out one person coming out there with the, with the help of the third person advantage. It was quite sad that he was not able to take that shot. He was not able to pull that trigger, and most importantly, he was not able to deal that blow onto that team, as the zone is closing in, and we are going to see the next zone coming out there while team number 10 are making their way from the right hand side of team number 12. The new zone is going to be towards the southeastern side of Pochinki, while the new drop has also been put out there. Team number 21 are pretty much into the zone, so that's not really going to be an issue for them if they want to contest.
And team number 12 do have that UAZ which one of these people had, so they can actually go ahead. They do have that means of escape, so they can get into the white zone pretty early on. But there are these strategies with a lot of these teams plays. They don't really get into the white zone pretty fast, and we are going to be looking at team NSD right here. Team NSD, which did get the first chicken dinner in the first game of the semifinals, they are getting threatened by team number 22. And team number 22, by the way, they got second place in the second game of today's live stream, and we're actually going to be looking at two of our favorite teams actually fighting it out. And let's see, we are going to be looking at Dexter just lobbing grenades at that first floor onto the first window and not really working out. The Molotov is not going to be able to find any kill right there, and we are going to be looking at Trilok right there. He is going to be the forefront of the situation. He is going to be camping that window, and Dexter is going to try to find that angle right there, while Fuckboy, he is going to be priming up that Molotov right there. He is going to be throwing that, and I don't think that is going to be dealing any damage right there, because Trelok is going to be in another room. But this is going to be quite a hard situation. We are just going to be looking at Dexter, just making sure that he covers his back.
Oh, but I guess they are going to retreat at the moment. Team number 22
That's
are
a good
taking
idea.
the Dacia and trying to prolong their stay into the game. And given that the zone is not really in their favor, they're actually doing a good job. They are playing it really safe at the moment, and that's what you should be doing, because there is another Dacia for team number 9 as well. So they can actually do two things from here. They can probably go on to a fight at the moment, or what they can do is try to prolong their stay by going into the zone. Because anyways, let me just tell you that these NSD are already in the top 5 of the zone, top 5 of the standings. So this is a game which is something like a do or die for them. And we are looking at the drop right on the Pochinki, while the AUG and a level 3 suit coming out there, level 3 helmet, backpack, as well as a vest coming out there. That's not really going to be a lot of that's not going to be an issue if you want to go and contest that, as we are going to see team number 22 taking a lot of damage coming out.
Actually, that is Dexter going down, so we are just going to be left with Fuckboy alone in team number 22. And meanwhile, over here at team number 12 in the zone, they're going to be getting a lot of heat coming in from team number 21 right there. We are going to be looking at the smoke getting primed up by Pratik right there. He's just going to be making sure that he will be able to revive one of his teammates. And by the way, remember, team number 12 are going to be in, they still have 4 people, so they are in a really good position. Meanwhile, team number 22's last player, Fuckboy right there, he did fail to revive his teammate Dexter right there, but there is a lot of open space between team number 22 and team number 12. And but you know what?
There is a guy right behind him as well. Team number 10 are right, in the vicinity of Fuckboy. So I think if he's not going to really spot them out, it's not going to be really easy for him, and he's going to get spotted out there by people from his left hand side. And I think that is going to be NSD, whom he had a fight some time back, right, with his team, which they actually, they thought they would be going on to the white zone, and that is why he is here. And looks like as if team number 12 has spotted out Fuckboy from team number 22, as we are going to look at team number 10 as well, who are trying to make their way into the zone. They are right now in the eastern side of Pochinki at the moment, so that's not really going to help them out, because in about 20 more seconds we are going to see the next zone going to pop up and the smoke's coming out there.
I think Berlin just started firing going through that smoke trying to catch a person, but sadly there was his building, there was actually his vehicle right there, and I think he might have just fired a bunch of his shots, a bunch of his magazines onto that vehicle. And you know what, this is going to be quite hard for Fuckboy. We are going to be looking at Pratik right there. He is going to be having a really close angle, and Fuckboy really needs to make the best use of his Dacia. I believe that the Dacia is the only way he will be able to get into the zone without getting killed, because the fast movement coming in from the Dacia will make sure that he is not going to get fired upon. And yes, he exactly does that. And he is going to be making his way towards team number 12. He needs to be careful. He is sitting at the driver's seat, so he is going to be spotted out pretty easily. But no, he's just going to be making a beeline towards the white zone.
Oh, that was beautiful play coming out there. And what a timing that was, because team number 12 player was knocked out at the moment. But no, it's going to be Swag who's going to take down Fuckboy. And that is going to be the end of his team. That was a good run coming out there.
My hero just went down. And we are going to be looking at Pratik right there. Team number 12 are in a really good situation. They still have 4 people alive, and look at how many people are alive. There are 9 people alive and 3 teams. So you know what, I guess team number 12 is the only full squad left, except for team number 14. I guess team number 14 still has 2 of their people knocked out, but right there,
make that, oh my god, that's going to be Swag who is going to get knocked out as well. That is going to be the end of Swag, and that is just going to leave us with 2 teams. It's going to be team number 12 who've got about 4 people, and
one person from team number 21.
From team number 21. So this is going to be really tricky for team number 21, because the last time we saw a 1 versus 4 in Pochinki, we saw a guy going right down the gutter, and we saw 3 people coming out there from the opponent team trying to go down and try to take him down, and he took down all the 3 people, while the 4th person came down and he tried to take him down when he was going for the reload. So I guess that is something we can actually see at this moment.
Look at this, team number 12, what a beautiful play. They are going to be throwing down smokes, just making sure that their path towards that white zone is going to be completely covered. And the M24 coming in from Shabazz Khan coming in.
That's Shabazz Khan, ex-Shabazz Khan, X. So let's actually see if he's got what it takes to get this chicken dinner at the moment, because all the hopes of his team is going to rest on his shoulders, because even though he is going to get a secure top 2 spot, let's actually see if he can get it, because he's got about 5 kills as well, so that's about a lot of points for him. And that is going to do, if you look at the difference between the first and the second team, the first team is going to get about 500 points, while the second is going to get about 395, which is a huge number if you're going to look at that. But at the moment, he is going to try to take down 1 person. He successfully does to take 1 person, but it's going to be Yogi who's going to get the chicken dinner for his team. He's going to take down 1 person who happens to be Shabazz from his team, who's taken out 5 kills to get that chicken dinner and get those 500 points, not barring the kills alone. And that was a really good game coming out there. And the last 2 zones were pretty intense, even though the last zone was, that close and really quick. I would say that the number of people before that zone were about 19, and within about a minute or so, we just saw the chicken dinner being taken by Pratik's team. Just about 4 kills for
team number 12.
Team number 12.
Yeah,
exactly.
they played it extremely well, and I'm going to mostly attribute that to the fact that that little sniper watchtower right in the previous zone, that actually gave them so much vantage points. They could actually spot out people all around, and one of the best reasons why is because the area around that was completely open space. That was just complete plains, and the only place you could hide was this 1 tree, 1 rock, and a lot of these bushes. And since you had that high ground advantage, you can actually look through that and get a bunch of these kills, and that I believe is one of the reasons why team number 12 got that decisive chicken dinner. And
I mean, not just that, I'm really intrigued to see what position team NSG are going to stand at the standings, because if you had actually looked at the 3rd game, they finished on the 6th place, which means that is going to confirm them about 260 points in the terms of just the point standings, and they have some kills.
I believe they would have had a lot of kills, and that is also going to attribute to how much scores they are going to have. And that was, one of the most amazing games which I have seen, because that last zone, that last moment where team number 12 had to make their way towards team number 21, that was completely open space. If team number 21's player actually had a good scope, he would have managed to get a knockdown or 2, but
then is when the smokes came out from team.
It was just like smoke, and
that was beautiful to watch.
and the pathway where team number 21 21 can actually look at team number 12 was completely blocked. I mean, his line of vision was completely blurred by the smoke, and that eventually led to team number 12 making their way into that little complex and making sure that they get the kill and the chicken dinner. And you know what? That was one of the most eventful games which I have seen, and we are going to be looking at the scores getting tallied up, and we will announce you guys the winner pretty soon. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, and you know what, you guys can go ahead and participate because you only have a small time window where you can participate for the Oppo F9 Pro.
I mean, yes, just get down to the comment section, just type exclamation mark PUBG Mobile, all in caps, if you want to win a chance of winning one of these 3 Oppo F9 Pros, because we will be announcing it pretty shortly in about some more time, as we will be coming back after a short break to see who are going to be the winners and who are going to be the people who will be qualifying. We first will want to see what the standings are of match 3, so I'm really intrigued to see that, and we'll actually catch you after a short commercial break on the other side of the show.
Oppo Selfie Expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be looking at the standings right now, and let's actually see who is going to be the people who are going to be qualifying for the next round.
I mean, before that, I would actually want to see the standings of the third match, because that we really calculated the the standings of the positions alone. I really don't know how many people would have got how many teams would have got an upper advantage, given that there are points for kills as well, just about 20 points for a kill as well. So I would really be interested to watch that. And before that, this is the time where we are going to announce the winners of the Oppo F9 Pro, because that is what people have been waiting for. That's what even we have been waiting for.
And you know what? Get the drums rolling, Tango, because we are going to be looking at the winner of the first Oppo F9 Pro, and the winner is Bikash Nayak. Congratulations, Bikash Nayak. You won yourself a beautiful mobile phone, the Oppo F9 Pro. And you know what? Go ahead and post a picture on social media showing off the Oppo F9 Pro once you get it, and let us know about how you feel playing PUBG Mobile in that mobile phone. And we will be coming right back to you guys after a short commercial break, because we are going to be tallying up the scores of who is going to be qualifying for the next round.
Oppo Selfie Expert.